Hello everyone, welcome to Academy National Set.
Today we present a play called Anne of Green Gables by Lucy Maud Montgomery.
Anne of Green Gables takes place on the east coast of Canada on an island called Prince Edward Island.
It tells the story of a young orphan girl, Anne Shirley, growing up in the late 19th century.
It tells the story of Matthew
and Marilla Cuthbert and how they help a young Anne change her life.
This is a triumphant story about the power of imagination.
We present
Anne of Green Gables! It's a surprise, I'd say. Such a pleasant evening after all. Isn't it, though? A real fine evening. So, how are all you folks? We're all pretty well. I was afraid you weren't, though. When I looked out my window today and saw Matthew starting off to town, I thought maybe he was off to the doctor. Oh, no. I'm quite well. Although I had a bad headache yesterday. Matthew went to Bright River. We're getting a little boy, and he's coming in on the train this afternoon.
Are you in earnest, Marilla?
Yes, of course.
Whatever put such a notion in your head?
Well, we've been thinking about it for some time. All winter, in fact. Mrs. Alexander Spencer was here one day before Christmas, and she said she was going to get a little girl from the asylum over in Hopetown in the spring. So Matthew and I talked it over off and on ever since. We thought we'd get a boy. Matthew's getting on in years, you know, and he isn't as spry as he once was. His heart troubles him a good deal, and you know how desperate hard it is to find hired help. So, in the end, we decided to ask Mrs. Spencer to bring us a likely lad when she went to get her little girl from the asylum.
Well, I never.
Today, we got a telegram from Mrs. Spencer saying they were coming on the 5:30 train tonight.
Well, Marilla, I'll just tell you plain that I think you're doing a mighty foolish thing, a risky thing. That's what. You don't know what you're getting bringing a stranger into your house. You don't know a single thing about him or his people, nor his disposition at that. Why, it was only last week how I read in the newspaper how a man and his wife up west of the island took a child out of the orphan asylum, and the little demon set fire to the house tonight, set it on purpose, and those poor unfortunate souls were nearly burnt to crisp in the bed. If you had asked my advice, which you didn't, I would have said, for mercy's sake, don't even think about such things. So don't say I didn't warn you if Green Gables is burnt to its foundation, or if he puts poison in the well. I had a case in New Brunswick when an orphan asylum child did that, and the whole family died in fearful agony. Only it was a girl in that instance.
Well, no worry of that. I would never dream of taking in a girl to bring up.
Oh, I suppose you're Mr. Matthew Cuthbert of Green Gables. Mrs. Spencer said you'd be coming and told me to wait for you. I'm very glad you're here. I was beginning to worry that you weren't coming for me tonight, and I had made up my mind that I'd go down the track to the bend, to that big wild cherry tree. I wouldn't be the least bit afraid. It'd be lovely to sleep in a wild cherry tree, all white with bloom in the moonshine. You could imagine you were dwelling in marble halls. I was quite sure you'd comfort me in the morning if you hadn't comforted me tonight.
You came with Miss Spencer?
All the way from Hopetown. I wasn't the least bit sick on the boat ride to Prince Edward Island, although Miss Spencer turned the most brilliant shade of green.
You're the orphan from the asylum?
You could say I was the orphan from the asylum, but I've only really been there for 4 months. You can't possibly understand. There is so little scope for the imagination in an asylum.
Well, you better come with me. Marilla will be able to sort all this out. The horse is tethered out front. Give me your bag.
Oh, I can carry it. It isn't heavy. It's got all my worldly goods in it, but it isn't heavy. If it isn't carried in a certain way, the handle pulls out, so I better keep it. I know the exact knack of it.
Fine.
Isn't it wonderful I'm going to live with you and belong to you? Am I talking too much? People are always telling me I do. I can stop if I make my mind to, although it is difficult.
Oh, you can talk as much as you like. I don't mind.
Mrs. Spencer said my tongue must be hung in the middle. It isn't. It's firmly fastened on one end.
Matthew Cuthbert. Who's that? Where is the boy?
There wasn't any boy. There was only her. I couldn't leave her at the station. Oh, there was only her.
But there must have been a boy. We sent word to Mrs. Spencer to bring us a boy.
She didn't. She brought her. I couldn't leave her at the station. I had to bring her home, no matter where the mistake had come in.
You don't want me because I'm not a boy? I'm a plain, skinny girl with the hair of the most disastrous color of red. I should have known this was all too beautiful to last. Oh, what shall I do? I think I'm going to burst into tears.
Well, there's no need to cry about it.
Yes, there is need. You would cry too if you were an orphan who had come to a place you thought was going to be your home, and then found out they didn't want you because you weren't a boy. Oh, what shall I do? This is the most tragical thing that has ever happened to me.
Well, there's no need to cry about it anymore. We're not done turning up the doors tonight. You'll have to stay until we investigate this affair. What's your name, child?
Would you please call me Cordelia?
Is that your name?
No, it's not exactly my name. But it'd be lovely to have a name like Cordelia. It sounds so perfectly lovely and elegant.
If your name's not Cordelia, what is it?
Anne Shirley. But oh, please call me Cordelia. If I'm not going to be around here for long, what could it matter what you call me?
Fiddlesticks. Anne is a perfectly elegant name.
But if you call me Anne, please be sure to call me Anne spelled with an E.
What difference does it make how it's spelled?
It makes a great difference. A and N looks dreadful, but A and E looks so much more distinguished. If you only try calling me Anne spelled with an E, I shall try to reconcile myself to not be called Cordelia.
Very well, then. Anne with an E. It's clear. We're going to need to see Mrs. Spencer and get this matter cleared up.
If I was beautiful with raven hair, would you keep me?
No, we want a boy to help Matthew at the farm. Take off your hat. You must be hungry. Would you like some dinner?
No, thank you all very much the same.
You don't want anything to eat?
I can't. I'm in the depths of despair. Can you eat when you're in the depths of despair?
I can't say. Never having been there.
I guess the girl's tired from her trip. Best to put her to bed, don't you think, Marilla?
I suppose. It's the room at the top of the stairs in the east gable. Good night.
How can you call it a good night when you know it must be the very worst night of my life?
Well, this is a pretty kettle of fish.
Well, Nell, she's a real nice little thing. Seems a pity to send her back when she's got her heart found staying here and all.
Matthew Cuthbert, you're not suggesting that we keep her?
Well, now, no, not exactly. I suppose not. Not exactly.
I should say not. What use would she be to us?
We might be some use to her.
No sense trying to deny it. I can see it plain as plain. You want to keep her.
She's an interesting one. You should have heard her talk on the drive back.
Oh, she can talk all right. No doubt about that. But I don't want an orphan girl. And even if I did, she's not the style I'd pick out. Tomorrow she goes. Well, you two are certainly the last two folks I expected to see today, but I'm glad you're here.
You will be staying for tea, won't you, after coming all that way?
I suppose we'll stay a little while to rest the mare. And how are you today, Anne?
As well as can be expected, thank you.
Well, I'll go get the tea.
I'll only be a moment.
Oh, I made some of my special kind of cake, Lila. Shall I slice some for the tea? That would be just fine. Good then. You two make yourself at home. Mrs. Spencer's one of the best bakers on this island.
I'm sure she's a wonderful woman. Her hair is such an attractive golden color. Did you ever know anyone whose hair was red when she was younger, but got to be another color when they grew up?
No, I don't know that I ever did. And I'm not sure it's likely to happen in your case either.
Well, that is another hope gone. My life is a perfect graveyard for buried hopes. I read that sentence in a book once, and I say it to comfort myself whenever I'm disappointed in anything.
I don't see where the comforting comes in myself.
Why? It sounds so nice and romantic. Just as if I was a heroine in a novel. I find my life so much easier to tolerate if I can only imagine I was a heroine in a novel.
Since you're so firebrand on talking, why don't you talk to some purpose by telling me what you know about yourself?
What I know about myself isn't really worth telling. But if you'll only let me tell you what I imagine about myself, I think you'll find it ever so much more interesting.
None of your imaginings. Just stick to the bold facts.
If I must, my father and mother were teachers, poor as church mice, but ever so in love. I was born to these lovely people. Mrs. Thomas, a neighbor, said I was the scrawniest and homeliest baby she'd ever seen. But my mother said I grew up to be a real beauty.
I'd imagine.
Mother died when I was 3 months old, and father passed on 4 days later. I'm sure it was because he could not bear to be parted from his one true love, not to leave me in this place alone. Anyway, no one wanted me until finally Mrs. Thomas said she'd take me in. I lived with her until I was 8 and helped take care of her 4 children. They were younger than me. When Mr. Thomas was killed, Mrs. Thomas went to live with her sister. But she couldn't take me. Then Mrs. Hammond from upriver said she could use a girl who was handy with babies. You see, Mrs. Hammond had 8 children, twins 3 times. Now, I like babies in moderation, but 3 sets of twins.
That does seem kind of extreme. Were the Hammonds good to you?
They meant to be good people, the Hammonds, but Mr. Hammond drank a great deal, and Mrs. Hammond was cranky with that many babies and all. I'm sure they would have liked to have been.
I see.
When Mr. Hammond was killed in the mill accident, Mrs. Hammond gave her children up to the relatives and set off for the States. Then Mrs. Spencer came to take me to you. You must love it so.
I do. We do. My brother and I have lived there since we were born.
There. That didn't take too long.
Now, Marla, what did you want to discuss? The fact is, Mrs. Spencer, there's been a mistake made, and I've come to see where. We actually wanted a boy.
Marilla, you don't say so. I got got word from my cousin through his daughter that it's to be a girl.
No, unfortunately, a boy of about 10 or 11 years old.
Oh, Marilla, I'm so sorry. I did the best I could, and I thought I was following your instructions.
We should have spoken to you directly, so we're as much as fault. I suppose they'll take her back, won't they?
I suppose, but that may not be necessary. Mrs. Blewett was over the other day, and when she heard about the girl I brought back for you, she said what a wonderful idea it was and how she needed a girl to help around the house. She has that large family, you know, and the children quarrel so. And more good fortune, she's coming up the walk right now. I'll go get her for you. Mrs. Blewett! Mrs. Blewett!
Good afternoon, Mrs. Blewett.
Good afternoon. I heard about the girl Miss Spencer brought back for you. And I've been talking to the mister, and he says I can take on a girl as long as she's civil and won't eat much. So,
You see, there's been a mistake made, and I've come to see where. We actually wanted a boy. So, this girl might be just the thing for you.
doesn't look like there's much to you. You're wiry. The wiry ones are the best. Work the hardest and eat the least. If I take you in, you better be good, smart, and respectful. Especially respectful. Mr. Blue keeps a special strap from now on to you to learn respect. Yes, I am certain you'll make no mistake of that and earn your keep. If you want, Miss Cuthbert, I can take her off your hands. The baby's been awfully colicky lately, and it'd be a pleasure to sleep through the night to have someone else tend to it. If you want, I can take her off your hands right now.
Without consulting him, if we decide not to keep her, Mrs. Blewett, I can simply bring her by tomorrow. Will that suit you?
I suppose it will have to.
Come along, Anne.
Oh, Marilla, does this mean?
Hush your mouth, child, and come along. Where's the girl?
Down in the garden. Said she wanted to hold the vision of the sunset in case she has to leave it in the morning. She won't have to, will she?
It's foolishness, Matthew. Plain and simple foolishness. Why, that child could talk the ear off a stalk of corn. And her fantasies. Did you know she's given name to all the flowers? Bonnie and Snow Queen and the like, I just don't know.
You know how I feel. She's an interesting child, that's for sure. It was glorifying the sun and arbors. I'm ready for bed now.
Aren't you going to say a prayers, child?
I've never done that before. How do you do it?
You just give thanks for your blessings and humbly ask for the things you want.
I think I can do that. I'll do my best.
Dear graciously Heavenly Father. That's the way the minister says it, so I suppose it's okay for a private prayer. I thank Thee for Bonnie, Snow Queen, Matthew, Marilla, and Green Gables. I am extremely grateful for them. As for the things I want, it would take a great deal of time to name, so I'll only name the most important two. Please let me stay at Green Gables, and please let me be good-looking when I grow up. I remain respectfully yours, Anne or Cordelia Shirley. There, did I do all right?
You did just fine, Anne. We can't get through this world without our shares of trouble. I suppose you'll have a home with us at Green Gables. That is, if you can prove yourself worthy and earn your keep.
Oh, Miss Cuthbert, I will.
Plain Marilla will do just fine.
always imagined my first day at school would be exquisite, but this exceeds my greatest expectations.
Excuse me?
I'm sure you wouldn't appreciate it as much as I do, but next to the day I came to Green Gables, this would have to be the greatest.
Green Gables? Oh, you must be Anne Shirley. My mother heard all about you from Marilla. I'm Diana Barron. We live near the pond on the farm next to yours. I'm so glad you're here.
You are?
Oh, yes. There are no other girls in class that are mine except for Josie Pye, and she's a horrid type. I'd rather be alone than spend time with her.
This is joyous. I've never met a true friend before. Do you think you could like me little enough to be my bosom friend?
Why, I guess so. My little sisters are too young to play with, and you live so close by.
Will you swear to be my friend forever and ever?
My mother said the lady never swears.
Oh, no, not that kind. There are two kinds, you know.
I've never heard of but one kind. And the minister says Santa will send you straight to...
No, I could never do that. My kind simply means solemnly promising in a vow, eternally vowing.
Oh, I can do that. How do you do it?
We must join hands. It ought to be over running water, but we'll just imagine this path in the brook. Now, repeat after me. I, Anne Shirley, solemnly promise to be faithful to my bosom friend, Diana Barry, as long as the sun and moon shall endure. Now, you say it, and put my name in.
Very well. I, Diana Barry, solemnly promise to be faithful to my bosom friend, Anne Shirley, as long as the sun and moon shall endure. Sun and moon shall endure. You're an odd girl, Anne. I'd heard that about you. Still, I'm even going to like you real well.
Would you look at the hair on that one? It looks like she got 2 long carrots hanging out from under her hat. Why, there's a whole carrot patch down there.
Give it back, Gilbert. That's Anne.
Oh, so that's her name. Look, I'm Anne. You could study all the multiplication tables on my freckles and still have dots left over.
Gilbert!
Don't bother, Diana. I'll simply ignore his taunting.
Here. Don't mind Gilbert, Anne. He teaches the girls something terrible. Just torments our lives. But he's awfully handsome. I do have to tell you, though. You do have to sit with him in class. This is the only desk with one person in it. Julia Bell sits by me, but she's out this week with the chicken pox.
Don't worry, Diana. I can endure it. I'll simply pretend I'm a solitary prisoner in a tower, a tall tower, and I will not be able to see or hear Gilbert Blythe due to the thick walls between us.
You're wonderful, Anne.
Said hello. What's the matter, Carrots? You don't like candy? Marilla, I'm the happiest girl in all Prince Edward Island. True spirit in our neighbor, Diana Barry, and...
Anne, this is Mrs. Rachel Lynde.
And And there's going to be a picnic in a few weeks with boating on the pond. We're all supposed to bring baskets. You'll help me with mine, won't you? Because I've never been a particularly good cook.
My, certainly can chatter on right enough. Come here, child. They certainly didn't pick you out for your looks, that's sure and certain. She's terribly skinny and homely, Marilla. Lawful heart, did anybody ever see such freckles? And that hair, red as carrots.
I hate you! I hate you! I hate you! How dare you call me skinny and ugly? How dare you call me freckled and redheaded? You are a rude, impolite, unfeeling woman, and I'll never forgive you for it.
Anne!
You hurt my feelings more than Mrs. Hammond's drunken husband ever did, and I'll never, ever forgive you for it.
Anybody ever see such temper? I don't envy your jaw bringing that up, Marilla.
You shouldn't have twitted her about her looks, Rachel.
You don't mean to say that you're defending the terrible display of temper we just saw?
No, I'm not excusing her. She's been very uncivil, and I have to give her a good talking to about it. That you were too hard on her.
Well, I said I have to be more careful what I say after from the orphans. From goodness knows where I have to be considered above everything else. If I were you, I'd give her talking to with a 2-foot bird switch. Her hair matches her temper. I'll be taking my leave right now.
Please don't go yet, Rachel. Give me a moment to speak with her. I'm sure she'll realize the error of her ways.
I'll sit for a minute. Out of respect for our friendship, Marilla. But I don't believe you could change the spots on that hellcat with a few well-thought words.
Anne, get off that bed this minute and listen to what I have to say to you. Aren't you ashamed of yourself?
She had no right to call me skinny or ugly.
You say it often enough yourself.
Oh, there's a difference saying something about yourself and hearing other people say it about you.
Now you must go downstairs and swallow some crow. You must apologize.
But what she said was mean and hurtful.
She must be shown respect. She's due an apology.
Oh, Marilla, must I really?
Absolutely.
Oh, Mrs. Lynde, I am so extremely sorry. I'm a dreadful, wicked girl which deserves to be outcast by the respectable forever. What you said was true. I am ugly and skinny. Though what I said was true too, but I shouldn't have said it. Oh, Mrs. Lynde, please, please say you'll forgive me. Or inflict a lifelong sorrow on a poor orphan girl. You could do that to a poor orphan child, could you? Even if she had a terrible temper. Oh, Mrs. Lynde, please, please say you'll forgive me.
There, child. Of course I forgive you.
Bless you, Mrs. Lynde. May I go play with Diana now?
Go ahead.
Thank you.
She's an odd little thing, Marilla, but I do have to say, there's something kind of taken in her. Has a certain flair. Speaks her mind. Then, again, so do I. I guess on the whole, Marilla, I believe I like the girl.
Why, thank you, Rachel.
I'd love if you could come over to my house now and try the new preserves I've just put up.
That's very generous of you, Rachel.
Shall we go then?
Marilla, I hope it's agreeable I invited Diana for tea this afternoon. We've been true bosom friends for over a year now, and I found it appropriate to celebrate. Please, Marilla, I'll set up everything myself, and we'll be out of the way.
Tea? Well, yes, I suppose. That is fitting. You are growing up after all.
Thank you, thank you. I'll start getting ready right now.
Anne, I must run an errand. So for your tea with Diana, you could open the little yellow crock of cherry preserves, cut up some fruit cake, and have some of those cookies I made last evening.
Yes, Marilla.
Oh, and there's a half bottle of raspberry cordial that was left over from the church social. You may have a little of that. It's in the pantry, in the crockery pitcher, next to the glass decanter of currant wine. For heaven's sake, see that you don't get them mixed up. The last thing I need is for the two of you to get all liquored up.
Glass decanter? Yes, Marilla.
Good afternoon, Diana.
Good afternoon, Miss Cuthbert. My mother sends her regards and says she'll hope to see you when she comes to pick me up.
Please send her my best if we miss each other.
Good afternoon, Miss Shirley.
Good afternoon, Miss Fairy. May I offer you some tea?
Why, yes, that could be delightful. And this all looks wonderful.
I wanted everything to be perfect for my true bosom friend. Marilla even said we could have some. I forgot the cordial. Marilla makes wonderful cordial, almost like a fruit punch, but ever so much more sweeter. May I pour you some?
With my sweet tooth, need you ask.
Drink your fill then. Now, did I tell you what happened last Sunday when the minister was invited to dinner? So, Marilla made a wonderful plum pudding and plum pudding sauce. She told me to cover up the plum pudding sauce, but I had just finished reading The Crimson Blade.
That book was so romantic. I couldn't put it down. I thought I could be Lady Margaret.
Exactly. I knew a true kindred spirit like yourself would understand. More cordial?
Yes, please. It's just delicious.
I was just imagining the suffering of poor Lady Margaret, trapped in a tower when her Lancelot comes to the rescue. Covering pudding sauce pales in comparison. The next day, I went outside and I discovered to my extreme horror a mouse had drowned in it. I lifted its body out of the spoon, imagined how pleasant it might be drowning in pudding sauce, and threw it away. I washed the spoon thoroughly 5 times. I meant to tell Marilla, but she was out milking the cow, but I was imagining I was a frosted fairy turning the trees red and yellow.
Have you more cordial, Han? I'm suddenly very warm.
Are you very warm?
I'm very warm.
I'm quite comfortable, actually. Then we were off to church and back again, and we were all enjoying dinner. And Marilla came out with plum pudding sauce in one hand and the plum pudding in the other. Diana, that was a terrible moment.
Oh, man. I can just imagine.
I wrestled with my conscience as he pulled the spoon to his mouth. Then I yelled, "No! You mustn't eat that! A mouse drowned in it!"
Oh, man. I don't think I feel very well. Mr. Rain has been. I better go home.
But you haven't had your tea yet.
My chair is spinning. My chair is spinning. I think my chair is spinning.
Oh, Diana, do you suppose you've caught the smallpox? If you have, I'll gladly nurse you back to health.
The floor tipping. Why is the floor tipping? I need to go home. Now!
And I thought the choice of dress. Girls?
Afternoon. Pick up, Mother.
Liquor? And you're responsible for this. I knew all along that you were a wicked girl. But, come along, Diana. Oh, Marilla, I've made a mess of everything. I never would have believed it if someone had told me 3 months ago that the two biggest chatterboxes in the whole school had fallen silent, I would have laughed out loud. Let's see, that's 12 weeks of my not having to listen to you two giggle. 90 days of my blissful silence, unbroken by schoolgirl gossip. And if I broke it down into hours, Gilbert Blythe, you are a heartless creature with no understanding of the meaning of true friendship. Both Marilla and I have tried to make amends with Miss Barry, but it was relentless. Now, me and my true bosom friend Diana may not be able to play or speak to each other ever again. Remind me to thank Miss Barry for my peace and quiet. I fear, Gilbert Blythe, that you will never change. It is as useless as trying to explain this to you as it is trying to explain poetry to a pig. My dearest Anne, I miss awfully telling you my secrets and the times we've shared. I made you this red tissue paper bookmark. When you look at it, remember me. My own Diana, I shall keep your present forever as a token of the friendship that we have lost, but shall I hope we find again. I've been playing with Sally Andrews, but she has sorry imagination. After being your bosom friend, I cannot be hers. Please excuse my misspellings. Yours until death, Anne or Cordelia Shirley.
Good morning, class. Those of you in the upper levels will work on your decimals. Lower levels, please take your primers and read. Before we all begin, I would like to make an announcement. The school board has decided to have a benefit concert at the White Sands Hotel to raise money for the repairs on the schoolhouse roof, which we so desperately need. Our girls' corps will perform, and they'll have asked me to select a pupil to recite. I have chosen Anne Shirley.
Oh, Miss Stacy, you honor me. This will truly be an epoch in my life. Imagine people paying to hear Anne Shirley talk. Just think of it. The chorus will be performing patriotic songs, and a few of the girls will be presenting a tableau. Faith, hope, and charity. I would have liked to have been in that one. Diane is going to be charity. A few of the town people are performing as well. You should think about performing, Marilla. After all, it's for a good cause.
That would be a sight. Me dancing around with flowers in my hair?
I'd pay to see it.
No doubt. The whole town would pay to see it.
I was thinking, Marilla, since I have to get up in front of the whole avenue, with them all looking at me, I was wondering if I could get a new dress. One with puff sleeves. They're ever so fashionable now. Please, Marilla, it would give me such a thrill.
Well, you'll have to do without your thrill. I haven't any material left over for puff sleeves. I think they're ridiculous. Anyhow, I prefer plain and sensible styles.
I'd rather look ridiculous with everyone else than look plain and sensible all by myself.
Maybe, perhaps we could get a new set of hair ribbons to brighten up the outfit.
Whatever you wish, Marilla. She's right, you know.
Matthew Cuthbert, when we took that child in, we agreed that I would be in charge of her upbringing. I don't suppose I've done badly so far.
Recording. But she doesn't look like the other girls. I've seen her walk home with the others. Their dresses look so bright and cheery. Anne's just looks so dull and sober. Surely there could be no harm in one fashionable dress.
Anne's dresses are fine.
Cute.
It'll only contribute her vanity, Matthew.
Just one dress?
Anne's dresses are fine.
What can I do for you this evening, Mr. Cuthbert?
Well now, have you any, garden rakes?
In the middle of February?
Yes.
I may have one or two left over, but they're in the lumber room. I'll go and see. I took some looking, but I found one. Let's see. That's one garden rake. Will there be anything else for you this evening?
Well now, since you suggested, I'd like to buy some hayseed.
I'm afraid you only keep hayseed in the spring. You have none on hand just now.
Oh yes, just as you say.
Would that be all then?
No. I'd like to look at some sugar.
White or brown?
I don't know, Marilla usually takes care of all that.
What's she baking? A cake?
No.
Preserves? Bread? Cookies?
Cookies? I don't think so.
I tried the cookies at the tea social last week. They were delicious. I ate way too many. I asked Marilla for the recipe, but, she's keeping her recipes tight to her. If it's cookies she's making, she'll need brown. How many pounds then?
A dress.
Excuse me?
It's the dress over there that I need with puffed sleeves for Anne.
Of course that's what you wanted. This dress will look lovely on your hand. The color goes flattering with her bright hair. I'll wrap it up for you.
I'd be much obliged if you would. And, Miss Harris, I don't think I'll be needing the garden rake.
Matthew Cuthbert, if you don't hurry and harness that mare, we're done and miss the whole meeting. It's not every day that the premier comes to Prince Edward Island.
I can't say I understand what all the fuss is about. You'd think the king himself would be coming the way. The folks have been talking about it. The Olive Avenue will be in Hakama Call, that's for sure.
All except us. If you don't hurry, I told Rachel Lynde that we'd pick her up on the way. And you know how she complains if she's late. I left your dinner warming in the oven, and I want the light out soon after that. No reading in bed till all hours, just because I'm not here to say no.
Yes, Marilla.
Good night, Anne.
Good night. And please, Marilla, try to recall every vivid detail. I want to hear everything in the morning.
I'm sure you will.
Good night, Marilla.
Good night. Come, Matthew.
Have you forgotten your pipe again?
I haven't quite taken to smoking a pipe yet.
Good evening, Gilbert.
Miss Stacy asked me to bring by the geometry text when I finish with it.
And of course you finished with it while I'm still muddling along. Thank you for reminding me.
Could I offer you my help? I'd be glad to stay and...
No. Thank you kindly, Gilbert Blythe, but I'll manage just fine without any help from you. You're just gloating because you had the highest marks in math today. Well, I'll tell you. Anne! Diana, whatever is the matter? Has your mother relented at last? Anne, please help. My little sister Minnie May is awfully sick. She's gone croup. The poor thing can hardly breathe. Mother and Father Wayne and Karma go for the meeting, and there's nobody to go for the doctor. She's awful bad, nearly blue. I don't know what to do. Oh, man, I'm so scared.
I'll go get the doctor from Carmody.
No, he's sure to be in Karma Call with everyone else. Go straight there and do nothing else. Don't worry, Dinah. You must have forgotten that Mrs. Hammond had 3 sets of twins. They all got to croup regularly. After you take care of 3 sets of twins, you naturally gain a lot of experience. Now, come on. Put her in the bed. I'll go get the elixir. Okay. It's croup
alright, and it's bad, but I've seen worse. I'm gonna give her a good dose of the apocalypse to try bringing up some of the phlegm.
Oh, man, I pray God this will work.
My baby, where is she? Sleeping upstairs in the bedroom. She got worse and worse until she was sicker than any of the Hammond twins ever were. When I gave her the last dose of the apocalypse, I thought, this is the last lingering hope, and it was a vain one. I didn't say it loud, for poor Diana was worried enough. Then she swallowed the apocalypse and coughed up all the phlegm. Minutes later, she was resting peacefully.
Dr. Blair's gonna be here any minute.
Anne knew everything to do.
Oh, and how can I thank you any more? The thanks should really go to Mrs. Hammond and her ability to produce all those twins.
You managed just fine, Anne.
Of course you must portray Elaine, Anne. I would never have the courage to do it.
Well, that's something Elaine must have. Imagine she's lost her Lancelot forever, her one true love, and she knows she will never see him again. She climbs in her barge, kills herself, and allows the river to drift her body back to Camelot.
Still, I would never have the courage to do it. I'd keep popping up every few seconds to see where I was so that I hadn't drifted too far out. No. If anyone should be Elaine, it should be you.
It's ridiculous. A red-headed Elaine. A red-headed person can simply not portray the Elaine. Better yet than a fidget, I guess.
You know, Anne, I don't believe your hair is as red as it once was. It could almost pass for auburn now in some lights.
Thank you. Thank you. Now, I must climb in my royal barge. Do you remember your part?
Of course. I brought my mother's black shawl as you asked.
Perfect. Should I cross my arms or...
Crossed looks much more dead.
Crossed it is.
Farewell, my lady. Anne, you look so wonderful.
I feel so noble. So wet. Wet! Diana! The boat is for the large leak! Hurry, go for help! Help!
I can't swim. My mother never let me. She said it caused influenza. What shall I do? I killed my best friend.
Go for Matthew! He's in the lower pasture!
Oh, Anne, I don't want to leave you.
Hurry! Seconds later and it may be too late!
Help! 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 Matthew, help! Yes, Johnny! Almost. Matthew, help!
Miss Barry's shawl! She never had this problem. There's a high price for pajamas, that's for sure. Good evening, Anne Shirley. Good evening, Gilbert. Would you like to tell me what happened? Fishing for lake trout? If you must know, we were acting out a poem, and I was to portray the Elaine drifting back to Camelot. But in the middle of acting, the boat sprung a large leak, and I climbed up to these pilings. Could I offer you my help? Diana went for Matthew. Fine then. But she's been gone an awfully long time. Would you mind? Certainly. I'm very much obliged to you, Gilbert. Look here, can we please be friends? I'm awfully sorry I made fun of your hair that time. I didn't mean to vex you. I only said it as a joke. No, I shall never be friends with you, Gilbert Blythe, and I don't think I ever want to be. Fine. I shall never ask to be your friend ever again, Aunt Shirley, and I don't care either.
We should have gone, you know.
I had no intention of braving the white sand to hear Josie Pye play the violin one more time. I swear, that child only knows 3 songs and plays each of them equally bad.
Still, it would have been nice to hear Anne's recitation.
How do you go on with her? She'll end up vain as one of those silly city girls. Speaking of which, that dress, Matthew Cuthbert, you shouldn't have.
Maybe I shouldn't have. But she sure looked a sight in it. So pretty.
I suppose.
Is she back yet? Oh, Matthew, Marilla, Anne was triumphant. She stopped the whole show.
I knew it.
Everybody cheered her. I could hardly clap. I was crying so. She was so poised and not just all nervous. She held the whole audience in the brow. And when it was over, they all cheered, calling, "Encore! Encore!" I've never seen anything like it. The audience just loved her.
Where is she?
Miss Stacy's giving her a ride back.
Diana, would you care for some tea?
I would love some, Mrs. Cuthbert, and some of your cake if you have any.
I believe I can find some for you.
Has there ever been such a night? A professional actress staying at White Sands Hotel went up first. When she finished, I buried my head in my hands, for I knew I could not compare to her. Then they called my name, and
She was remarkable. You should be very proud.
Could you do it once more, Anne? I'd like to hear it for myself.
I'd be glad to, Matthew. Though life may be unfair to me and hard along the way, though troubles may be many and skies above me gray, I do not fret or worry. This matters not to me, for I can find warmth and comfort with my friends and family. I do not seek great riches, for fortune can be lost. I do not seek possessions that come at pricely cost. There's one thing I wish, on earth or up above, to be worthy of the people who have given me their love.
You're a wonder, Anne, a wonder.
Time enough for that later. This calls for a celebration. Let's go to the parlor. Currant wine for the adults and cherry cordial for the girl. I'll pour.
Wait! I forgot my book in Mrs. Stacy's carriage. I'll be right there. Hello? 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 Oh, hi, Anne. I just stopped by. My folks are expecting me. I just wanted to ask. Look here, can't we please be friends? I believe I forgave you that night at the pond, but a stubborn goose husband. Of course we can be friends.
We were born to be the best of friends, Anne Shirley. Can I walk you to school tomorrow?
Absolutely.
Good evening, Gilbert.
It's a great evening, Miss Cuthbert. Good night, Anne.
Good night, Gilbert. If you knew how to cry for my poem, Marilla, now I call that a positive triumph.
I'm not crying over your poem. I just couldn't help thinking of the little girl you used to be, Anne. Anne, I wish you could have stayed a little girl, even with your wild ways. You look so grown up and altogether different in that dress. I just got kind of lonesome, thinking what my life would have been without you.
Oh, Marilla, I haven't changed a bit. I'm just pruned down a few branches, that's all. I shall always be the same little Anne on the inside, who loves you, Matthew, and Green Gables every day more and more of my life.
Now come along, girl. Where are your manners? We have company waiting. Emily Bayo in the role of Marilla Cuthbert and Miss Stacy.
Jack Sparks in the role of Miss Barry, Miss Gilbert, and Matthew Cuthbert. Joy Marie Ferguson in the role of Miss Harris, Miss Spencer, Rachel Lynn, Diana, Miss Blewett. Elisa Sparks in the role of Anne Shirley. And our director and assistant director, Anna and Sophia.
Well done. Bravo, bravo.